This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
And today we are, of course, dedicating this brief clip to day one of the metaverse reality coming into fruition, thanks to Mark Zuckerberg, who has even given his own official announcement about the whole thing. So let's go and check exactly what Mr. Zuckerberg said. Then we will discuss it together, and you will realize how close we are to the ultimate demonic tool that will be used to enslave humanity. Welcome to this video, which is the first of a long series of videos, short clips with excellent news brought to you by the one and only Leo Zagami. Check this out.
We just announced that we are making a fundamental change to our company. We're now looking at and reporting on our business as two different segments. One for our family of apps, and one for our work on future platforms. And as part of this, it is time for us to adopt a new company brand to encompass everything that we do. To reflect who we are and what we hope to build, I am proud to announce that starting today, our company is now Meta. Our mission remains the same. It's still about bringing people together. Our apps and their brands, they're not changing either. And we are still the company that designs technology around people. But now we have a new North Star to help bring the metaverse to life. And we have a new name that reflects the full breadth of what we do and the future that we want to help build. From now on, we're going to be metaverse first, not Facebook first.
So from now on, metaverse first. These are the words of historic words that have been communicated by Mark Zuckerberg to the world, a world which is still really not prepared for what's coming next, which is seemingly something out of a sci-fi movie, to tell you the truth. So welcome to this brief clip in which I want to outline the metaverse as essentially the ultimate tool of cyber Satan, the artificial intelligence, to enslave humanity, because this has been discussed for the last few years, especially by Mr. Zuckerberg, always enthusiastically. We know what Facebook did to the world. Of course, it has put a lot of people in contact. It has created a lot of benefits for people willing to promote their businesses, but it's also a tool used for wrongdoings. And this whole side, the dark side of Facebook, recently also came to light. But that's when Zuckerberg instead launches the metaverse, this alternative reality, this virtual reality that unfortunately for most of the people living on this planet is going to become the reality of choice. And that's because we have been now molded into accepting these constant lockdowns, this constant fear that everybody in the outside world is contaminated with some virus or something else, and all this, of course, to lock us comfortably in our houses, where we will be served by drones bringing us the latest orders we made on the internet, and at the same time we will become more and more dependent on a new tool that today Mark Zuckerberg has presented to the world.
That means that over time, you won't need to use Facebook to use our other services. And as our new brand starts showing up in our products, I hope that people come to know the Meta brand and the future that we stand for. I used to love studying classics, and the word meta comes from the Greek word meaning beyond. For me, it symbolizes that there is always more to build. There is always a next chapter to the story. And for us, that's a story that started in a dorm room and grew beyond anything we could imagine, into a family of apps that people use to find one another, to find their voice, to start businesses and communities and movements that have changed the world. I'm proud of what we've built so far, and
he's proud, of course, he's proud. He's proud of his centralized, power-grabbing, freak-control reality, which already manifests through Facebook, and that will increasingly manifest when we will finally be all brought into this virtual reality, which is, like I said, the ultimate tool that Satan, soon to be Cyber Satan, as in the next 9 years, the artificial intelligence is gonna basically become Satan's representative on Earth. And together with the metaverse, they will basically create a reality which will manifest demons. If you think that Facebook brings out the demonic side of people, well, the metaverse will be even worse. Put that together with this sudden psychedelic trend, ayahuasca and whatnot, which is sparking out of California, and you have inevitably this diabolical combination that will lead to something truly insane and dangerous. Many years ago, I myself experienced certain drugs, and I wandered into this interdimensional reality. But I was prepared to come back. I had the intellectual tools. And, of course, virtual reality is instead something in which you can probably get lost, and you don't even need a drug to be absorbed by this alternative reality. And if you use drugs like ayahuasca or psychedelics, then you're really gonna lose yourself. So the red pill of the Matrix, makes Neo realize this illusion around us, and the fact that humanity had really lost already the plot for a long time. But it was a science fiction movie. We never thought that we will be here today in 2021 explaining you the metaverse, this endless world of interconnected virtual communities where people will be able to meet, work, and play, but they will increasingly substitute their boring life with an alternative reality that, of course, will be made out of thin air. Today, we have those people who make up maybe a fictitious account looking beautiful on Facebook. Tomorrow, you will have people in the metaverse that you will meet thinking they're beautiful men or women, but in reality, they're probably hideous people sitting in their couches having a hideous life. And all this thanks to this gentleman called Mark Zuckerberg.
Excited about what comes next as we move beyond what's possible today, beyond the constraints of screens, beyond the limits of distance and physics, and towards a future where everyone can be present with each other, create new opportunities, and experience new things. It's a future that is beyond any one company, that will be made by all of us. We've built things that have brought people together in new ways. We've learned a lot from struggling with social issues and living under closed platforms. And now it is time to take everything that we have learned and help build the next chapter. I am dedicating our energy to this more than any other company in the world. And if this is the future that you want to see, then I hope that you will join us. Because the future is going to be beyond anything we can imagine.
Now, this is the new name for Facebook, Meta. But let's go back to that movie I was talking to you about, Matrix, that describes a reality that we all thought it was science fiction. In the early 21st century, a war broke out between humanity and intelligent machines. After humans blocked the machines' access to solar energies, the machines responded by capturing humans and harvesting their bioelectric power while keeping their minds pacified in the matrix, a shared, simulated reality. And this was, of course, a reality of 1999 when the movie was made. The reality that we are unplugging today, the metaverse that Mark Zuckerberg wants to obviously unleash on the world, is probably the biggest danger that we will be facing in the next few years. And this goes along with the fact that we will be enslaved by the machines, by the robots. And it would be normal to see outside of your door creatures like this one. Capable of shooting you, capable of reducing your freedom. And this brings us yet to another film, a film from 1984, a film called Terminator. And Terminator has an opening scene which brings us right here to Los Angeles. Let's go and check this out. So what happens in this film from the 80s? Well, we have a cyborg assassin, the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger, sent back in time from 2021 to 1984 back then. And why is he sent back? To kill this woman whose unborn son will one day save mankind from extinction by a hostile artificial intelligence in a post-apocalyptic world, in which, of course, we go back to these machines, the artificial intelligence, enslaving humanity. So thank you for following today's clip created by the Leo Zagami show for all of you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.